Jumps on day two, and I'm back with George Dobell. George, on a day that's been pretty much all about England. Of course, the host declaring on 469 for 9. The West Indies as well, dropping a wicket in their chase, I suppose, if they can even get there, to be fair, with all due respect. George, speaking of the West Indies, because we've spoken a lot about England's batting, but now the West Indies batting, how do you want them to approach this, especially given the weather concerns that we're expecting tomorrow?
I think they just need to bat. I don't think they need to be particularly clever. They don't need to be particularly aggressive. They just need to bat. England showed that the pitch wasn't particularly easy to score on, but nor was it particularly easy for them to lose wickets for the bowlers anyway. So I don't think they should get particularly clever. A draw is a good result for West Indies at this stage. I thought they looked really, really tired in the field. And if it does rain tomorrow, and I think it probably will, they'll be quite happy to put their feet up, I expect.
And still sticking with West Indies, just a couple of things, of course, about their bowlers. First of all, let's start off with Roston Chase. Imagine that, a fiver for Roston Chase at Old Trafford at that. I think the last time a West Indies spinner took a fiver at Old Trafford was before I was born, maybe before you were born, George, back in 1984. It was Roger Harper. So just what did you think of his performance? I know I'm paying you mad compliments. Just take that.
Yeah, I'm flattered. You think I was born in the 80s? Anyway, I thought you were going to say Lance Gibbs. Anyway, I thought he bowled very tidily. He did what he does, which is he doesn't bowl very many poor balls. So he builds pressure over spells. I thought early on he bowled, well, he took 2 wickets immediately, didn't he, at the start of his spell? He took a bit of punishment, but actually I thought he stuck to it really quite well. I still think Rakeem Cornwall might have got a wee bit more out of the wicket, and I still think the West Indies should have freshened up their attack. But, Roston, it's his third 5-4, I think, in Test cricket, isn't it? And 2 of them have come against England. I think if you were a Test batsman, you would always be a little bit disappointed to be out to him. But that's not to take anything away, because he bowls tight, he bowls with good control. And on a day like this, which is a bit of a heartbreaker for bowlers, he was a bit of a dream for his captain, really.
How much are West Indies now going to, I suppose, rue that chance of not bringing in Rakeem Cornwall, I suppose, along with Roston Chase, even though it sounds mental to go into Old Trafford with 2 spinners, but now it's looking like an opportunity, right?
Well, I think the issue is that you have to be careful about how much burden you put on the seamers. So I know this surface nearly always spins, so it's not, it wouldn't be a surprise to play 2 spinners. It's just how you balance the side. And I guess that the option would be to put Jason Holder up a position and leave a batsman out. But then do you make the batting a bit fragile? And I think, when you're holding on to a 1-0 lead in a series, you're going to be reluctant to do that. But I do think they were probably asking a bit much of Shannon Gabriel and co. And by the end, it was really telling. All the seamers looked exhausted, really. And that, I think, was part of the reason that England extended their innings as long as they did. It was just to sort of really demoralise, dispirit and tire West Indies. And they did that quite well. It's a legitimate tactic in the game. And 1 wicket by the close of play, it doesn't seem like the end of the world. But I think that West Indies won't mind at all if they open their curtains in the morning and it's rainy.
Before I let you go, of course, since all eyes are on the West Indies now and their response to this, in terms of the batting lineup, who are you looking to come big? I know there's a lot of eyes, especially on Shai Hope, given the fireworks he has had in England in the past, but can he do it again now on this pitch?
Oh, well, he definitely can. I think England will celebrate when they get Brathwaite, even when they get Brathwaite, because he is so stubborn. And he seems to have the perfect temperament for this sort of situation. He seems to love batting. Hope is a bit of a mystery to me, because I think he oozes class. But what's he average? 28 or something? It's just not good enough. So that'll be an opportunity for him to come good. The other thing is that at least West Indies bat quite deep. Until you get Holder, you haven't really finished them off. But he'll be coming in at something like 9 now, won't he? So there'll be a lot of hard work ahead for England's bowlers. But I do think that is a very, very challenging score England have posted on this surface. And I think West Indies have got a real battle, actually, to not go 1-1 in this series. But again, it's pretty well poised. And like every day of this Test series so far, it's going to be really great to see what the next one brings.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.